Hi, everybody. This is Lou Antonetti. Welcome back to another session of Mindset Match, How to Elevate Yourself in the Game of Life, brought to you by the Sachem Public Library and also available on their YouTube channel. During this session, which is session number 4, we're going to speak about reactive versus proactive people. We're going to speak about how to prime yourself at the beginning of the day to set yourself up for success. Also, how to choose being happy rather than being right. Don't approach each day with trying to prove to everybody how much you know or trying to prove people wrong. That's just not a healthy attitude to live by. We're also going to speak about being brought up a certain way, and some people being brought up in a certain way where they're told to have some quiet confidence and exercise that confidence in a private manner as opposed to bragging about all that you can do. Another thing that really relates to what's going on in today's day and age is uncertainty and learning to expect the unexpected. If you approach each day not needing a specific plan to succeed and not needing the perfect hand of cards to succeed, you're going to be very successful. And lastly, only say what is necessary, not all you know. It's something that when you have that quiet confidence and you have that inner peace, it's okay knowing a lot about what's going on around you, but you don't have to tell people everything you know. Make yourself a little bit of a mystery. Have some private thoughts. Now in today's day and age, on social media, everybody goes out there and explains what they know, how they know it, what they did perfectly. Be a bit of a mystery to society and the people you know, because those private things can make you a lot about who you are and maintain your value within yourself. So enjoy today's episode. It's session 4. We're on a good streak right now, and I thank you for listening again. Being a proactive person is somebody who expects to have success each day. It's somebody who has good habits. It's somebody who approaches their day, approaches their life, knowing that they're doing all they can mentally, physically, and spiritually to make themselves a better person. Being proactive is not going to eliminate mistakes. It's not going to eliminate problems. It's not going to eliminate obstacles during your day, week, month, or life. But being proactive will help you set that baseline where if something tries to crack your foundation, you'll be able to respond. You will be able to bend, but not break. When you're in that reactive mode, that's something where you're not prepared in a way. And if you're not prepared, sometimes you get a little frantic and you don't know how to handle the situation well. And when you're not prepared and you don't have that strong foundation, you tend to be more reactive because the plan for yourself basically depends on everything outside of yourself. And if you need all the external circumstances to be perfect for you to succeed, then that's going to be a problem as you move on in life. So proactive people, they don't have a perfect life. They don't have everything that works out smoothly each day, but it's something that they know in the back of their mind that they'll be able to bounce back from any setbacks that they do have. Reactive people, and they might not know it that they are being reactive, but it tends to lead to a more hectic lifestyle, a little bit more drama, and that reactive state is something where you want to limit. The biggest thing about life is trying to prepare for the unexpected. And if you're reactive all the time, you never feel like you're relaxed. You never feel like you're grounded or centered. So to be proactive, to know to have that center, that balance, you'll be okay when it gets a little tough during your life. This slide reminds me of the quote, failing to prepare is preparing to fail. The biggest piece about each day is to prime yourself for the day, prime yourself for the week, for your life. And when you prime yourself, it's not just talking positively to yourself. It's priming yourself in the morning and feeding yourself, not literally food, but feeding yourself something positive, something healthy for your mind, for your body, for your spirit, for your soul, for your mental state. If you prime yourself at the start of the day, it gives you that foundation to approach the day and know and not fear anything that you face. And it's difficult because when you do feel like you're in that frantic state and your body and mind and soul are not primed for the world that's out there, because there is a lot of uncertainty, it's tough to approach that day with a high confidence level. So if you prime yourself with good habits and a good foundation and a good baseline, that's going to carry over, and it's not going to feel like you're running a rat race and trying to catch up with yourself all day. You'll know before you left the house that you did all you could for your mind, body, and soul. So when you encounter things during the day, you're capable of handling them, and you're in the present moment being able to handle them. You're not trying to fix yourself or fix your mind or fix your way of thinking or emotional state. You're not fixing that at the same time you may be reacting to something that happens to you unexpectedly. There are many times where we as humans, we have something called an ego, and sometimes that ego gets the best of us. In today's day and age where everybody's out there on social media with their opinions and their thoughts and what they've been doing that they think is the right way to do something, with all that being out there, the ego has been exaggerated and enlarged and inflamed in today's society. There is a lot of me out there, but I also tend to think there are a lot of we people as well. Um, Being happy is something that you choose to do. When you wake up each day, you choose to be positive that day, or you choose to be negative that day. So when you wake up the next few mornings, decide, say, listen, am I going to try to be right with everybody today? Am I going to try to get my point across? Or am I just going to be at peace and be happy with who I am, what I'm about, what my actions are, who I hang out with, and just be content and live your best life? By you living your best life, that is the right way to live, as opposed to proving to everyone else that you may be better than them or you may have better habits than them. That's okay. Just know that. And like I always say, have that quiet confidence, have that humility. Because if you're humble and you're confident in what you're doing, that's going to make you happy. By trying to prove other people wrong or trying to outdo other people or maybe make other people feel lesser than you, that's not a good karma related action, and you want to shy away from that, obviously. So being happy is something, like I said, it's being happy in your mind, yes, but it's having that comfort knowing that you can have happiness and bring happiness to other people. If somebody maybe you think they're wrong, just kind of agree with them sometimes. You don't have to go out of your way to prove them that they're dead wrong. That is not the right way. Some people, ignorance is bliss for some people. So let them be happy. It's okay if it works for them sometimes. That's okay. They may not know all the answers, but if they're happy in their life, no need to steer them otherwise. When I was a young kid, my father would always brag about I get whatever I was doing to the colleagues at work, to my aunts and uncles and things like that, and it always made me feel a little bit uncomfortable because, as I always say, I like to have that quiet confidence, just knowing that I'm doing the right thing and I'm on the right path, and just having that satisfaction makes me happy. It never made me happy to know other people knew what I was doing or what I was achieving or what I attained. I just thought that was something my actions would speak louder than my words, and I just wanted to do things because I wanted the intrinsic value of accomplishing those things. So this slide, being brought up to think to not talk about yourself, that for me, I firmly believe to let your actions do the talking, be humble. And the hard part about this is you move on in life, you're going to have to go on job interviews. And for me, it's always difficult on an interview to pretty much brag about yourself because that's what an interview is. So to speak about yourself, to brag, to me, it's very egotistical, and I have a hard time doing it. I just like to see, what I do on a daily basis, and I like for other people to see what I do on a daily basis. That would be my interview for life. That would be what my reputation is based off of. For me personally, I don't want my reputation based off of what I say I am. People should see what I'm about by my actions. And that's a big piece today where some people, like I said, on social media, they'll post what the right thing is, but are they living what they're writing and what they're sending out to the world? So, be a little, just be a little skeptical about what people put out there. Sometimes it may not be what they're doing all the time, and it may just be a little bit of lip service. But for yourself, that's all you have to worry about. Don't get distracted by what other people are doing, and don't compare yourself to other people. Just do your thing, be the best person that you can be, and there's no need to brag to anyone else, because the way the universe works and the world works, great things will happen to you if you're a good person and you put your best foot forward each day. So each day we live, there will be unexpected things that happen. Something as little as the weather, something as small as your spouse or your child or your friend may react irrationally to something, and it might catch you off guard. But the unexpected will happen each day, and people say, "Hey, relish the unexpected." You should enjoy it if it's a positive thing, obviously, but sometimes the unexpected is a negative thing, and that's something where you have to kind of take that in stride. But I firmly believe that we need to focus, and it takes focus. It takes focus and intense focus to not get distracted by what's going on around us, and to approach that and have that mindset each day. But it's the biggest thing today with uncertainty is I firmly believe that we need to focus on how we handle the uncertainty. Don't focus on the uncertainty itself, because that uncertainty brings about a lot of worry. And with that worry and worrying about the unexpected and what could happen, that brings on a lot of anxiety. And that anxiety can lead to stress and fear and eventually depression if it's long enough. So the unexpected is going to happen. And I think the biggest thing for me was I needed to realize that every day was not going to be perfect. And if it wasn't perfect, I used to get upset about that. But somebody once told me, they said, "Hey, listen, it's kind of sad how if something's not perfect for you, you get upset." And that rang really true for me. And I kind of live with that model the rest of my life where, hey, not everything's going to be perfect each day, no matter how well you plan, how well you prepare, how focused you are. But if you know that, like I said, you're consistent in your thoughts and beliefs, the unexpected is going to show up. You'll answer the door, and you'll have a great mindset on how to tackle that obstacle. So I think it was during my second year as principal. There was this nursery rhyme book that I saw. Don't ask where I saw it, but it was somewhere within the school. And I opened to a page, and it was this big owl on the page. And forgive me if I get this poem wrong or this rhyme wrong, but I believe it said, "A wise old owl sat in an oak. The more he heard, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we all like that wise old bird?" Now, I swear I did not have anything in front of me. I just remember that. I'm amazed at myself right now. But that's a big thing. I think we all need to be better listeners, speak less, listen more, and take in each day what lessons are presented before us. I think we encounter people each day for a reason. I think we can learn how to do things and also how not to do things from people each day. So it's really important to kind of be aware of who's around you, who you're interacting with, and what they're bringing to your life. They might be bringing strife and stress and drama to your life, or they might be enriching your life, and those are the kind of people you want to hang out with more often. So like this slide here says, only say what is necessary, not all you know. Listen, just literally listen to people and take it in and contribute to conversations and contribute information that is obviously sufficient and satisfying the conversation, but you don't need to get into too much detail. People don't want to hear that. People are busy today. People, want to hear certain things, but if it drags on, and some people cannot read social cues, and they don't know when to stop bragging or stop talking about a topic that they're very knowledgeable about, just let people come to you. it'll happen naturally, just like the seasons, just like nature. The seasons happen. Sometimes the seasons like fall, winter, spring, they come and they go, and maybe they're a week or two late or a week or two early, but it just naturally flows. So just let your conversations with people flow. Don't feel like you need to be the person in the room who knows it all. Be humble. Again, have that quiet confidence, have that humility, and just be happy with knowing that you're doing the best you can for yourself, and hopefully other people want to be around you because you're such a positive influence.